Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Arcanum of Steamworks and Magick Obscura, Blind. Now I continue exploring Caladon because I'm only halfway done, so let's continue onwards through this street. I do believe I was here already. Yeah, right. As well as here at the Sobbing Onion. There is the castle, but before I enter there, there is another row of buildings around here. Museum of Caladon, okay, this might be interesting. Crystal ball. So that's where I could get a crystal ball for the quest with the fortune tellers, but unfortunately, you know, it ended up with her death and me being cursed for all eternity by having my charisma lowered, which is quite annoying actually, but oh well, what can you do? Historical magics of Caladon. Okay, and what is this about? It seems there are no descriptions on this. Arms and armors through the ages. Okay, this is locked. Okay, in fact, this is a lot less interesting than I would have hoped. Recent technological marvels, because there is no actual description of anything. There is a safe, but I don't particularly want to rob it. First of all, I'm not a robber, generally speaking, and second of all, I don't even know what it contains, so this is not a place for you. Is this another murder place? What's the word? A crime site? What is happening here? Have you not been reading the newspapers? There's a murder on the loose. That's where one of his grisly murders occurred. Perhaps I could help you find the murderer. Huh, that's all we need, an amateur detective. You'd better be speaking with Chief Inspector Henderson if you want to pursue your fantasy any further. I'm sure he will welcome your offer of help with his characteristic joy. Where can I find the chap? At the police station, of course. Okay, thanks. I will go there eventually once I find it. This is 22. What do you want? What are you doing here? You're working for them, aren't you? Working for who? He says nothing for a moment, his eyes darting from side to side, perhaps looking for the best escape route. You know who. The day has finally come. Is that it? Archer Tyrone has become too dangerous to be allowed to stay alive. What are you speaking of? I'm at a bit of a loss here. You really don't know, do you? If you're not one of them, what are you doing here? I'm simply looking around. Looking for an adventure. Well, you'll find none here. I like to keep to myself. Good day. Okay, working for who? I'm at a bit of a loss. Looking for an adventure. Okay, so I could pretend I am working for whoever he is afraid of, but to be honest, first of all, that's kind of horrifying potentially for him, and second of all, I would prefer not to identify as a member of a group I know nothing about, because that can potentially have dangerous consequences. What are you, a beggar? What is it? That was very unmannerly. You can't take his not beard. I guess I'll be the mannerly one. Could I ask your name? My name is Adam Maxwell, and who are you? My name is Hargrim Stonehand. Well, what do you want? What can you tell me about Victor Misk? Name sounds familiar. Some connection with a book? Okay, I've already known that. He's already dead. Could you train me as an apprentice? Okay, I don't have any of those skills, so I guess you're not really of use to me. Okay, I've just entered someone's house, so let's at least take a look at his personal notes. Dear Mr. Carrington, enclosed is the payment we agreed upon. Elmer Burbottom. Okay, but who's Carrington? Oh, but that potentially could be useful as part of a quest or something. Is this the police station? Doesn't look like it. It's rather small. Get on with it, dwarf. I don't have all day. Sir, I feel the insult was issued without provocation from me. I am a very busy man. I do not have time for paltry interruptions. But I only have a question or two. I will be quick. Well, you certainly are persistent. I will allow you that. Why do you insist on interrupting me? First, might I ask your name? It is simple enough. I am Daniel Macpherson, master at trap arming and disarming. Perhaps you have heard of my legendary reputation. Of course. What is it that you do here? I own and operate the largest security operation in the kingdom. Even the royal palace is in contract with me. Perhaps you have heard of the notorious J.T. Morgan, whose mastery lies in picking a lock? Well, one of my traps was responsible for his capture when he tried to illegally gain entrance to the palace several months ago. I am the best in the business. How did you come by such a skill with a trap? In my younger days I was quite a scamp. I was always sneaking around, getting into places I should not have. I never really stole anything, I just enjoyed the thrill of gaining access to a forbidden area. This is how I acquired the knowledge to work my way around all manner of traps. I have knowledge of things most experts have never dreamed of. How do you stay in top form now that you have matured? To keep myself in top condition and to ensure that my services remain in high demand, I have constructed a trap maze in the basement beneath my home. It is quite ingenious, really. To make it as exceptionally challenging, I filled it with every technological trap available on the market, plus a few of my own devious inventions. It sounds quite dangerous. Do you utilize it for training? I don't usually use it for training, because I don't have any safety mechanisms. It is a very deadly exercise, although I must say, it has certainly kept me in tip-top shape. Okay, might I ask a few more questions? What can you tell me about Victor Misk? Connection with a book, okay, nothing then. What is your position here? He already said that. Impressive, it must be quite an honor to be in such high demand. Yes, and it is my responsibility to to ensure that we remain the best. Being a master at trap armament and disarmament, I am able to train my staff in techniques our company has no knowledge of. I can imagine. How did you become so specialized? Okay, so he already said that as well. How do you keep yourself up to date on new inventions? Okay, so he just repeats himself over and over, and I don't particularly care, because I don't have any skill in trap disarming, nor am I particularly interested in learning it, and I suppose he's part of the mastery quest, right? I would have to navigate his trap dungeon if I were to prove my skill. Okay, so this only leaves the castle and this area over here to explore, so let's go down there first. Okay, so this is some kind of a park. The gnome intercepts you as you try to talk to his partner. Don't talk with him. Why are you interrupting us? Mind your own business. May I offer assistance, gentlemen? Help. I do not think you can help the fact that my partner is an imbecile. Make that ex-partner. What could he have done to make you so angry? What happened? I'll tell you what happened. I chose the wrong business partner, that's what. Everyone warned me. Don't go into business with a halfling, they said. You'll only be asking for trouble, they said. It didn't work out? We worked together for years. We had a small gardening business. Nothing fancy, but it paid the bills. I never let Terry handle any of the financial work. Took care of that myself. I was so stupid to trust him with the last transaction. What did he do? We decided to retire, so we put up our equipment for sale. It wasn't long before we found an interested party, but I had to go on Tarant on business. I left Terry with explicit instructions that what was and wasn't an acceptable price. So what did he get for them? Beans. He sold our tools for 3 supposedly magical beans. I didn't believe him at first, but when I've seen the receipt, it's true. The tools should have brought at least 2,000 coins, but no, not with this blithering idiot in charge. Well, have you checked them for magic? Because, you know, obviously, in the real world, you would consider that person crazy, but in this world, magic is real, so they might actually be magical. If they didn't check, how can they be sure? Have you checked them for magic? Checked? Are you insane? Who has ever heard of magic beans? You should have heard the lies they told him. Been in the family for generations, had great powers, created by an ancient wizard. What a crock. Actually, like, okay, that's certainly not good life advice in general, because I wouldn't buy, even if magic was real. Like, you would, in the real world, I guess you could make an analogy to like a piece of equipment. I wouldn't buy a random super duper advanced phone that I have never heard about, that's supposedly some never seen before model for like $1,000 from a guy on the street. But in the game I have 27,000 gold, so I might as well buy it off them, and maybe it is magical and something interesting will happen with it. And if not, then at the very least I suppose he's going to find it quite hilarious, because after all he's complaining about his partner being an idiot, and now here I come also being an idiot and bail them out. So what if I bought them off of you? Would you accept 1,000 coin? Although, actually, let's talk with the other guy first. Why are you bothering me, dwarf? Oh, freak. Okay, I wanted to talk with the other guy first, maybe let him explain himself, but I guess...
How can I help you?
I guess I'm not getting the magic beans after all, which is perhaps for the best. As I said, it's probably not the best use for your money. Caladon Police Headquarters, okay, great. Mina wanna talk with you. Okay. Let's talk with the police chief, which I imagine is probably this guy. I do not have time for your ilk. Excuse me? Please excuse my insults, sir. My days are generally consisting of dealing with low-life degenerates. I forget myself at times. I am here to offer my help in solving the murders. Well, I am pleased that somebody with some semblance of intelligence has taken an interest in this case. He turns around to shout at the room. All I got working for me are a group of slack-jawed simians. Thank you, I think. What can you tell me of the murders? Well, the journalists have taken to calling the maniac the Whitek Church Killer after his favorite section of the town. Here is a list of the murder sites. If you're interested in helping, you could go over those places. Are there any clues that I should know about that could help me out? Well, this bloke likes prostitutes, he does. We've got one in the cell back there. She actually caught the glimpse of the degenerate while he was cutting up a friend of hers. She demanded we lock her up for protection. It spooked her up so bad. You can speak with her if you care to. I see, that sounds like a good idea. Good day. Okay, let's speak with her. Are you another constable then? What are you doing to try and find this terrible man? I am no constable, ma'am. I'm just an interested citizen. Are you some sort of degenerate, sir? There is a madman on the loose, and you are interested? There is nothing to play at. Good sir. I am simply offering my help to put the end to these murders. I can tell you what I've seen. It was the most horrible vision I ever hoped to behold. That pale-skinned, slight shadow of a man kneeling over Emily. And the blood, I shall never forget it. Start from the beginning, if you would. We were out, working, and Emily had forgotten something or other at her home, so I waited for her outside, but she never came out. When I went inside to look for her, is when I saw him. Now, what did the man look like? It was difficult to tell, really, with all of the blood. As I said, he was a slight man, possibly an elf. He didn't appear to be possessing much physical power. He must have cast some sort of magic on her. You didn't see him go into the house? No, and there is really no other way to enter the house that I couldn't see from where I was standing. Okay. Wait, is this the list of the murders? No, it's a receipt for something. So I guess I will have to visit the murder places myself, but I remember one of them is nearby and the other is in the lower section of the city. One of them is over here and the other is somewhere over here. I do believe here, perhaps? Saints Avenue. Okay, this is the paper, I think, because those are printing presses, right? Get on with it, dwarf. Excuse me, you weren't addressing me, were you? No, I wasn't. I was thinking of someone else. I would never be that rude to a fellow citizen. What can I do for you? I don't believe I had the pleasure. Who are you? My name is Sam Longwell, and this is the Caladon branch office of the Tarantian. The Tarantian? Doesn't Caladon have its own newspaper? Don't need one. Anything of importance that's happened here is covered in the Tarantian, and the Tarantian name sells papers worldwide. Well, if I'll turn up any news, I'll be sure to bring it here. Okay, so I guess I have nothing to report for now. What would you want from the telegraph office? I'm sure I have nothing for someone in your class. Okay, so I have nothing to do with the telegraph either. What is this? This is the king's property. You can't be mucking around here, but what is this? Is this like a power plant? Or something? Okay, this is indeed a zoo. Wolves, vermin, spiders, gorillas. Okay, but it looks like I can't really do anything with it. Yeah, Caladon Zoo. Okay, let's explore the murder sites. one of them was here. Although, I guess let's also talk to the king, if I can. Greetings, citizen. Might I ask some questions? Hear anything on your watch? Have you heard about Ryan Sanders? That selfish dandy spent his father's well-earned money as if there was no end to it. Well, actually he is dead. He attacked me after I agreed with his father that generosity is an important virtue. But whatever. Let's enter the castle and talk with the people here. Okay, this is locked. Okay, this is locked, so it's kind of pointless, but I guess now that I'm here I might go upstairs, see if there's anything I can find there. Oh. Okay, apparently I was not supposed to enter this place, which I'm not sure how was I supposed to know that. Nobody has stopped me. Well, let's talk with the king and all of the others. Advisory board member. You're a stone-brained dwarf. Why are you bothering me? What would a dwarf possibly want with me? I have no time for those of your race. I cannot help you. Okay, so let's talk with the king himself. Oh, it's not the king, it's just the advisory board chairman. You're not supposed to be here. Please leave the throne room immediately. Okay. Will the king come down to... because it's night currently. Maybe that's why he's not here, because obviously he's probably asleep at night. Okay, apparently the king is simply not here, so there is that. Well, let's go on and investigate the murders. The inspector had sent word that we should be expecting you. I don't know how you did it, but I tip my hat to you for a wearing one. Go on in if you've got the stomach for it. Okay. There is no actual description of the body, so I'm not sure how is that supposed to help me. And just a bunch of candlesticks. A bunch of blood. Non-opening window. Oh, there's a trapdoor though. So that could... Your exertions do not seem to have any effect on what looks to be a trapdoor of some sorts. It looks much too heavy for you to move. Okay, but this at least would kind of provide an entry into the house. So maybe he came from the sewers. Well, let's check the other murder place. Maybe something will become clear then. I believe it was here. Okay, he says the same thing. And again, it's just a woman. No description of the body. Seemingly no actual objects anywhere. Small metal object. Your exertions do not seem to have any effect on what seems to be a trapdoor of some sorts. Much too heavy for you to move. So, but what now? I cannot even, like, report it. So, do I simply do not have enough strength to proceed? Electric light. So there's seemingly no other evidence around. There's no description of the actual body. And of course, the trapdoor is important, but I fail to see what could I do with it if I am not able to interact with it as is. Well, let's try and maybe progress with Victor Misk case. So, one of the servants must have Wesley the butler. Oh! Oh! So the note I took was from him. I guess he's Wesley Carrington, or whatever the name was on the note. Because in one of the random houses I was searching, I found a note confirming a purchase. So I guess he sold the information about the book to the author of the other book, The Curse of Tsenang. What can you tell me about Elmer Burbotham, Wesley? He looks immediately worried. What? How do you? His face goes hard. Have you been going through my personal belongings? Will I be forced to call on the authorities? I've been asking around. Do you have something to worry about? Nothing. Nothing at all. I just don't appreciate your accusations, sir, and I don't like you peering into my personal business. I recommend that you never do it again. Now that you've got nothing, now we've got nothing left to talk about. Please leave the house now. I'm sure we will be seeing one another again. Good day to you. So I would have to find this Elmer Burbotham. I don't remember this name. Maybe she will know something? Yes? Have you a moment? About Victor? Not really. About the book, maybe? Nothing either. What about her? I do not want to talk, sir. Please leave this house, sir. Okay, so I have to find this Elmer. And this is Bingham. So it does not help me particularly. What do you want? Why are you being so offensive? I am fairly tolerant, but I can't stand the sight of you. Let's talk rationally. You're so revolting. I'm not sure it's something I can forget. I'll do whatever is necessary to change your mind. Okay. Might I ask a few questions? Please do. Okay, I must be off. Damn it. So, I need to find this Elmer Burbotham, but I don't even know where to look. I don't suppose I can ask one of the random people. What are you, a beggar? What is it, dwarf? That was rather rude. I would like to ask a question. Just I can just ask about Victor Misk, who's already dead. Have you heard anything interesting? All the rumors lately have been idle gossip. Okay. Let me look through the taverns quickly. I don't believe I've met someone called Elmer Burbotham. Wait, is this a different newspaper? Nope. It's the one I already read. Okay, let's go back to the police station. Maybe I can ask some questions there? But who's Elmer Burbottom? I was told to ask you about the murders. Wait, I did talk with him already. What's the matter with that? The conversation was different. He looks at you thoughtfully, chewing an old, half-smoked cigar. I do not have time to entertain travelers. Why should I listen to your babbling? I am here to offer my help. Spectacular. The foreigner is gonna help us out. Well, I've got nothing to lose here. All of those imbeciles working for me can't seem to turn anything up. The first murder was at 1 Wayne Whitek Church Landing before. But go look them over for clues and leave me alone. I talked with him already. I talked with her. And I've been to both of those places. I don't understand what is happening. Am I losing my mind? Am I slowly going insane? Are there any clues you know of that could help me out? Okay, he did say that as well, and I talked with her. But what can you tell me of the details of the murders? I believe this is a new question. He likes to cut out the hearts of his victims, with surgical precision, might I add. He seems to only attack prostitutes, and the best description we have of him paints him as a scrawny individual, perhaps an elf. I see. I suppose I will speak to the prostitute now. But I did do that already. I don't know what's happening here. She's even named, because I did speak with her before. Please kill the bastard that cut up Emily. He deserves to suffer as she did. Okay, I will do my best, but I have new information to discuss with you. I found a trapdoor in one of the homes, but I was unable to use it. Those are remnants from the old city sewers. No sentient being in all of Arcanum is strong enough to lift them. With the sewer maintenance blokes needed to access them, they use some sort of machine. Besides, there is another murder to worry about now. The man Reen described was of slight build though, so he must have either used magic or that exact machine. What is your point? It would not have mattered if he was the strongest ogre in all of Arcanum. It would take several to lift one of those old covers without machinery. But Renee saw no one enter or exit the house. She didn't see him leave because she was running away from the house, screaming hysterically, and the maniac had probably broken into the house before Emily went inside. All I know is that it's not possible to lift those covers. Could it be a demon or some other magical creature? Gods, I hope not. Those magical cases are a pain in the old Gulliver. They are. Just 2 years ago, one rampaged through the town, and I had to find some silly dagger to kill it. If you could direct me to the newest murder site, I will be off. The 23 Kingsway, the Mushroom Inn. One of the rooms. I shall return. Okay, so that's at the very far end of the town, right? With the big apartment rooms, I believe. Yeah, Mushroom Inn. You see a word, Lana Melach, written in what appears to be green blood. Okay, anything else? Well, another body, of course, but no description to it either. Okay, he says the same thing they always say. I wonder if I can ask the innkeeper, maybe? Why are you bothering me again? There is no need for rudeness. Please accept my apologies. Okay, I cannot ask him about anything, so I guess I'm supposed to go back to the inspector now? I have new information to discuss with you. I saw the name Anamelach written in green blood, of all things. Blasted, that sounds like a demon name. He holds his head in his hands. I hate demons. Did I ever tell you about that Amlech demon that ran amok around here? I had to go slogging through some godforsaken swamp to find some ridiculous looking dagger to kill the thing. Why can't you buy a good ceremonial dagger at the corner store? But green blood, and why would it write its own name? Who can say why a demon does what it does, except for a demonologist, of course. You should find one to talk to. I'd sent you to talk to the demonologist who helped me out, but he had a rather unfortunate run-in with the demon I was hunting. Demons don't like those demonologists giving away their secrets, eh? Anything else? You'd better be prepared to fight some of the hideous creatures in dank dungeons, bleeding demons. When do I get a case where I have to go on some nice tropical island to solve it? I am too old for this blatherdash, and hurry up. If the king's advisors get the wing of the murder being a demon, they will try and call in Pain. Who's Pain? He's an overrated, overinflated, self-important big game hunter. The bloke has tracked down and killed just about everything you could think of, and everyone goes running to him at the slightest hint of trouble. I don't need his arrogance mucking about with my investigation. I am capable of getting this handled myself. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm not sure if antagonizing him is the best idea. I'll be on my way, but where would I find the demonologist? Okay, kill the bastard that cut up the Emily. He deserves to suffer as she did. Does my journal offer any advice? Wishes to make haste in my attempt to stop the demon. But where would I find the demonologist? I kind of don't know, to be honest. And also, I'm kind of stuck as far as proceeding with... Wait. Okay, I was scared for a second that all of my companions have left me, but I've just disabled their portraits. I'm kind of stuck as far as Victor Misk case goes as well. So that's not great, because I don't know where to look for this Elmer Burbottom. Wait. There was something... I picked something accidentally almost from underneath the sofa, right? So I clicked to get in. The passport reads Wesley Carrington, 25 the dragon's turnabout. So it would give me his address, but I already have it. So what help is it now? Okay, I am quite lost. I don't know where to find a demonologist, nor do I know where to find this Burbottom guy. Sewer grate. But I've explored all of the sewers already, so it's not particularly helpful to me in any way. And this is still locked with magic because the first acolyte has not returned. Welcome to the Temple of Nasruddin. Just looking around. Feel free to stay as long as you'd like. Yeah, this does not open. I guess I could find a demonologist maybe at the Tarrant University, but or at least look for one. You know, that's the only place of learning I can think of. But to be honest, that's more concentrated on technology, right? But I don't know what to do with the Misk investigation. I might have to dig him up. To be honest, you know, that is a bit disrespectful, but it's not going to hurt him because he's already dead. You know, worst case scenario, I will just bury him again after I discover nothing, and best case scenario, I will discover something on his body that will actually help me proceed with the investigation, so let's do it. Hello, might I speak with you about a few things? I need your help digging up old Victor Misk. Dig up his grave. Whatever for. Trust me, dwarf brother, it's for the good of us all. I see. Alright, you're a dwarf, and it seems you're a trustworthy one at that. Here's what you will need to do. Take this shovel, okay? Now, Victor's grave, as you've seen, is still very fresh. You should have no problem digging it back up, but you must wait until nightfall. There are guards at the gate, but they fall asleep when the sun goes down. As long as you're quiet, you should be able to dig up old Victor with no problem. I'll do that. Thank you for your help. My pleasure. I'll be here if you have any questions. Okay. Can I just wait out here until like midnight or something? Wait. Ah, okay. I guess they are going to their like guard posts or something. Well, let's try. You try unsuccessfully to dig with your hands. Oh, so I guess I'm supposed to equip this? Well, let's give this to Varomon, for now at least. Wait, what did happen with it? Was there a spill? Ah, okay, there is still space in his inventory here. Am I supposed to equip it as a weapon? Wrong slot. What are you talking about? Ah, okay. Okay. That kind of makes more sense, maybe? Or at least just as much sense. To use it on my quick slot bar. Okay, so it's 9. They buried him with the book, I guess. And there's also his skull. Can I do something with it? Like... apparently not so. But at the very least... Okay, and can I... dig it... like... can I cover it again? You know, I should. After all, if I do not, then first of all, everyone knows that I've dug it up, and second of all, besides that, that's kind of rude. The binding on this book is most obviously fake. Wait, okay, so this is some other book entirely. Purchased at the Roseborough gift shop. How Nasruddin defeated the nefarious Aronnax and other stories. Gather round, dear children, and hear the tale of how Nasruddin defeated the nefarious Aronnax, child of darkness. Many years ago, before even the oldest of elven folk alive today were born to the world, Nasruddin the good ruler of our fair Arcanum with kindness... No. Nasruddin the good ruled our fair Arcanum with kindness and a firm hand of justice, but Aronnax was of the darkness and resented the rule of the light. Within his black heart he conspired to wrest control away from the virtuous Nasruddin and his holy elven council. Nasruddin, in his goodness and not knowing of Aronnax's evilness, had bestowed a seat on the elven council to Aronnax, and to repay this kindness, Aronnax destroyed an entire city. Nasruddin's heart was crushed. He condemned Aronnax to the void, but Aronnax has twisted several of the councils to his nefarious ways, and there was war. This was a bitter war, my children, and if not for Nasruddin, Aronnax would have destroyed us all. But as it always does, goodness won the day, though a sad day it was, as the great Nasruddin lost his own life as he banished Aronnax to the dark eternal void. So without the blessed Nasruddin guiding our way, we would all be enslaved by evil. Remember this as you go to sleep, and know that Nasruddin watches over us all. But beware, Aronnax might still be lying in wait for those who do not mind their elders and do not keep to their studies. Okay, so it's like a children's story about, you know, if you're not behaving yourself, then the evil Nasruddin is going to the evil Aronnax is going to come and take you away, basically. That's this kind of a story. Okay, this might be a quest item, so I'm going to keep it for now. Anything he can add? Hello. Oh, what do you know about Roseborough or its gift shop? Roseborough? I don't know much about this place, or this shop you're talking about, but I do know where it is. It's just north of Caladon. Here, I'll mark it on your map. Thank you. Okay, so maybe I can inquire within? Why is this important? Because to be honest, I don't know. I don't know why this is important. And where is she? Ah, I guess she's currently sleeping because it's night, which makes sense. I'm just going to ask because maybe she knows something about that book. No, he was buried with it. What brings you about? Have you a moment? What do you know of Roseborough or its gift shop? Roseborough? I've only been there once. Victor and I traveled there once to visit the grave of his father. I've never been there since. Small town, rather boring. Here, I will show you where it is. Okay, thank you. It seems I have to travel there and inquire about why Victor Misk bought this book, and maybe about more things. Because if his father is buried there, that might you know, that might provide some clues as well. Because after all, Victor Misk himself seemed to believe that his father was killed by, well, by the same people who killed all of the others mentioned in the Curse of Stennar, right? So presumably by the Dark Elves. Okay, Caladon, Roseborough, but there was supposedly a pass north of Caladon somewhere. That's what my rumors say. A small town near the Ring of Brodgar. I would definitely like to discover the pass, because not only would it make travel easier, but there's also supposedly an old altar on the pass, and I'm very interested in that, because I'm looking for the altars of the old gods. Okay, let's visit this Thieves' Cave. The opening of this cave is only big enough for small beings to enter. I am a small being, technically speaking, being a dwarf, but I guess I need special prowling skills, maybe? Maybe it's part of the thief's quest. Well, I guess I'm not entering it now, or ever, maybe. Oh, wait, the cold place, an ominous place. Okay, let's check that ominous place they talk about. Did he lose his weapon? Sometimes it almost seems like he does not have it. He does not have it equipped. Okay, this is almost like a maze of some sort. Seems like I need to find a way to enter. Okay.
An impressive attack!
Okay, and there's some sort of a demon shard. So let's stop it for now. How much does it damage my weapon? Not that much. How is his weapon looking? It's not that huge of a problem. I was expecting something worse. Okay, arcane chest. arcane chest and it has some gems, unidentified armor, and an unidentified bow. But I'm running out of space, to be honest. Okay, can I actually fit this inside someone's inventory? I think I should be able to. Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, let's go to Roseborough then. I have not found the pass, but I may still look for it later. Okay, let's wait for the day. Get on with it, dwarf. I do not think there is any call for such rudeness. Of course, sir, I mistook you for one of the lower classes. What may I do for you? May I ask a question? What is it? Okay, apprentice training, not particularly useful. I thought I would be able to ask some actual questions related. Oh, there's an actual castle here. I wasn't expecting that, as it seems like a bit of a shithole, this little place. Oh, actually not. I'm perhaps being rude. It's just a small town, decently sized, to be honest. It may actually be bigger than Shrouded Hills. Get on with it, dwarf. I must have not heard you correctly. I mistook you for one of the lower classes. And undesirables we get coming and going around here. What may I do for you? Might I ask your name? I am the captain of the Roseborough Guard. What can I help you with? Nothing at the moment. Okay, I guess while I'm here, I might as well already go into the castle. This plaque reads: "This stone was found in the middle of the Ring of Brodgar. The meanings of the markings on its face are unknown. It has been moved to protect it from the ravages of tourism. The management. This ancient stone is carved with what looks to be an old runes and numbers." Wait, those are coordinates, right? Southwest, southeast. But, But wait, how are the coordinates in the map displayed? West and south. So how would I It doesn't ever go to such numbers. Like southwest 30. So southwest, south, and west 30. Yeah, it doesn't ever like south and west. It basically goes out of the boundaries of the map, pretty much. So I don't understand that. Oh well. Let's go into the castle and talk with the people here. Maybe it will become clear in due time. I don't have time for dwarves. Have you no manners? I only wanted to ask your name. Of course. My name is Jason. Jason C. Guy, to be precise. What are you doing out here? I'm studying the Ring of Brodgar. Studying it? Why? I have always been fascinated with the Ring of Brodgar. It is strange. The histories always mention the Black Spire synonymously with the Ring of Brodgar, but its meaning is lost in antiquity. Perhaps it symbolizes the power of the words. I do not know. I came here to study the words and see how they are holding up. Words? Yes, the rift that Nasruddin created when banishing Aronnax required all of the great mages of the Age of Legends to set up powerful wards around the ring in order to keep the rift sealed. Why would they not be holding up? Technology has spread throughout the land at an amazing pace. I feared that its propensity would have caused the wards to weaken. That's why I'm here, to ascertain the strength of the wards. What have you found? The results of my studies are quite puzzling. As I suspected, the wards are weakening, but at a rate much accelerated than I originally calculated. And what happens if the wards fall? I am sure that great mages placed such powerful wards in this place for a purpose, but many years have passed. That knowledge has been lost to us. I fear that if they were to fail, something terrible would occur. What do you know about the Ring of Brodgar? The Ring of Brodgar is the exact spot where Nasruddin banished the evil Aronnax after their epic battle. Apparently the banishment spell created a tremendous opening or rift between our world and that of the void. What did they do to close it? The few great mages that survived the battle had to erect the ring in order to seal the rift. I have read that they placed magical words of tremendous power throughout the ring to keep the seal in place. Okay. Do you feel that magic or technology will ultimately prevail? I have studied many things. I have received technological training from the great university in Tarant. I have also studied magic in the wondrous city of Tulla. Throughout all of my learning, I have developed a theory. What theory have you come up with? That all things work in cycles. Everything natural goes through cycles of ebb and flow. I believe that magic and technology are no different. There is one major flaw with my theory, and that is... This appears to be the initial appearance of technology. There is no known history that advanced technology existed before now. As a result, I am unable to prove my theory. An interesting theory. Have you searched for signals? For signs of such? Extensively and to no avail. Say, you are a traveler. In all of your travels, have you come across any signs of ancient technology? I would greatly appreciate if you would let me know. It would really help me with my hypothesis. I will let you know if I see anything. Is there anything else I can help you with? Okay, I need to pause for a second, so be right back. Okay, I'm back, so let's continue talking with the rest of them. You do not belong here. May I ask your name? My name is Trevor Linwood. I am a journalist for the Tarantian. Quite away from home, aren't you? Yes, I'm on an assignment, although it's not going well. What's the problem? It was supposed to be simple. Take a picture, go back to Tarant as quickly as I could. Nothing to it, right? A picture? What were you supposed to photograph? The elusive Leth wyvern. Ever heard of it? No? What is it? Well, two-legged described it... No. Wait, what? I must be really tired. I barely even see what's happening. So I think in about 20 minutes I'm going to have to call it quits for now. But, well, legend describes it as a tremendous two-legged dragon. Wings, claws, the whole bit. The difference with Leth is, I've read, is in its attack. And what does it do? Apparently, Every time it strikes, it destroys a bit of its victim's memory. Some sort of venom or something. After enough attacks, the victim can't even remember how to flee, and the let's got itself an easy meal. Sounds like a very interesting creature, dangerous creature. Yeah, from my research I've surmised that very few creatures ever survive an encounter with it, and those few that do usually don't remember exactly what or who they escaped from. You actually think that thing exists? Well, I didn't really believe it. Thought it was all a hoax. I just came up here because my editor, Mr. Wright, wanted a hot story. He thought that if we could get the picture of the wyvern, our sales would go boom. I see why he would want you to come. No luck finding the wyvern, huh? Looking pale. No, that's just it. I've seen it. A truly horrible beast. I caught the merest glimpse, but this was all it took. It was gigantic. My heart froze. My skin began to crawl. I'd swear I even forgot which way I should run. It sounds horrible. Didn't you get your photograph? I couldn't even snap one shot off. I was that terrified, and I'm not going back. There's no way I'm going back. What am I to do? Mr. Wright will fire me for certain. You just need a photograph? You don't need to confront it? That's correct. I just need one photograph, but I still can do it. I can't tell you. No, not you, me. What if I were to get a photograph for you? You? You would risk yourself to photograph the beast? Why would you do that? Well, the adventure for one. Plus, I would be compensated, right? Of course, I'm being paid 500 coins for the shot, but I've spent part of that on supplies for now. I wouldn't be able to pay you any more than 300. Okay, I would accept that. I don't care that much about the gold, but the game is literally not giving me another option. 300 coin for risking my mind? I think it's worth a little more than that. Yes, definitely it's worth more than that. You know what, you would be saving my career. I could throw in some of my own coin. In case you would do it, I would probably pay you the full 500. It's a deal. What do I need to do? Here, take my camera. All you need to do is get within visual range and then use a camera. After that, run like the wind. Here, I'll mark your map with the location. One more thing. I've heard rumors that an old bridge exists somewhere near the location. I didn't have a chance to look for it, but it might be of interest to you, an adventurer like myself. Thank you. I'll get you the photograph in no time. Okay, so let's put it on the taskbar here and continue talking with the rest of them. Innkeeper. I do not have time for those of your race. Do you always greet new patrons in such a manner? We don't serve your type here. Remove yourself or I will be forced to call the guard. I have coin. Oh, please accept my apologies. I mistook you for someone else. What can you tell me of Victor Misk? Name sounds familiar. Some connection with a book? Okay, that's not really helpful. However, there was a question. Could you answer some questions about this matchbook? What matchbook? I had a book from his grave actually, and it was from a gift shop. But isn't a matchbook? No, a matchbox is something you keep matches in. So, to be honest, I don't even know what a matchbook is. Anyway, could you answer some questions about this matchbook? Matchbook? Looks at it. Yes, this is one of our matchbooks. What questions do you have about it? I guess I had it from all this time from the IFS Zephyr. I found it on a dead man on the IFS Zephyr crash. Did you know him? No, I did not know anyone. Wait, yes. There was one person who could have been... Who? It is a strange tale, really. Late one night, I noticed all manner of strange light and sound emanating from the ring. Not long after the ruckus has ceased, a haggard and disheveled-looking man arrived here, inquiring about a room for the night. Poor fellow looked quite afraid. What did he look like? He had quite an odd look about him, gaunt, clean-shaven, but with the features and clothing of a dwarf. Yet he could not possibly be a dwarf. No dwarf I would have ever heard of would sacrifice his beard to the knife. Even today, I cannot say I truly knew his race. Oh, wait. It was Stennar Rockcutter, right? Wait. She said he came from the direction of the ring after some strange lights happened there. And he said he escaped from some horrible place. So was he imprisoned in the void? And then somehow he escaped and got into this inn and then boarded the Zeppelin and died. So did he escape from Aronax in the void? Because Aronax is currently still in the void, but is preparing to return, apparently. That must be him. Was there anything else? He had no coin about him. I was about to turn him away when he offered me an exceptionally fine dwarven blade as compensation. A beautiful piece it was, inscribed with the initials BMC. It fetched quite a price when I sold it. Yeah, right. So, wait. Did the elves banish the Black Mountain Clown into the void? Is that why nobody has seen them? Because they are literally not on this earth anymore. They are on another plane of existence. And I guess Stennar Rockcutter was one of them that managed to escape, right? Because he was of the Black Mountain Clan as well. He was a friend of Gilbert Bates, and it was him who introduced Gilbert to the rest of the dwarves and showed him the engine all of those years back, right? So I guess the Black Mountain Clan must be in the void then. But I don't think the game will allow me to make this connection yet. Perhaps I presumably need some concrete evidence about it. But it is a pretty solid theory I'm having right now, considering what she has just told me. He must surely have been a dwarf. Was there anything more? The only other inquiry he made of me was the quickest route to Tarant. I told him that it was normally a lengthy journey, but he was in luck. The maiden voyage of IFS Zephyr would be leaving from Caladon shortly. It was surely the quickest way to Tarant. It was not luck that brought people aboard that doomed ship. Oh, the Zephyr was such an incredible tragedy. Oh yes, I let him know that he would need proper identification to board. He looked the type to be lacking such, so I referred him to a man I've heard of in Caladon, Mr. Razzia. Rather a shady character, but helpful when it comes to passports. So that's why he had a different... Because I was confused about it before. His passport said that his name was Preston Radcliffe, but later I've learned from Gilbert Bates that his name was actually Stennar Rockcutter, but obviously he had a fake passport because he was pretending to be a gnome. So he said he was going to get on the Zephyr. Are you positive? He thanked me and went to his room. When I awoke the next morn, he was gone. He did not say a word, just left. Oh well, I told you it was a strange tale. Anyway, this is the only person I know of that would have been on that accursed flight. Thank you for the information. Okay, I doubt I can have any other information. And this is all the same. Okay. I guess that's it then. Let's talk with the rest of them here. I do not associate with dwarves. What do you know? Just enjoying my drink. I'd rather be left alone. You do not belong here. What have you heard, madame? Enjoying my drink. I'd rather be left alone. Why would you assume I had any desire to speak with one such as yourself? What do you know? Huh, you're the fellow who survived the blimp crash. I read about you in the Tarantian. Yes, that was me. You can't hide from the Molochian hand, apparently. Will I have to kill the bartender again? That's usually how it ends. And hopefully no one else. Okay, to be honest, I feel totally blameless in all of this. Like, this guy has literally tried to kill me, and wait, how is that possible? And the other guy just attacked me for no reason whatsoever. So what choice did I even have but to defend myself? What could a dwarf possibly want with me? What have you heard? I'm just having a drink. Perhaps you're interested in a game of wits? Sure, I have enough money to burn now that I can even lose, and I won't even mind. How many magical disciplines are there? None, because the magical skills are grouped in colleges. It's the technological that are disciplines, so none. Right, nicely done. Here's your money. Okay. What about you? Retreat? You must be lost, dwarf. You don't belong here. I must have not heard you correctly. You heard me, fool. Frederick will not be swayed by your suave ways. Leave me be. Okay. And this one is currently afraid of me. Which I don't blame him for, because I did kill those two people, but I did that in self-defense. And as I said, I do not feel particularly guilty about that.
What is it that you want of me?
I cannot help you, dwarf. This was rather rude. I would like to ask you a question. What is it? Have you heard any rumors? Have you heard of poor Mrs. Morgan's predicament? Her thieving son received a life sentence in Caladon's high-security prison. The fool actually tried to break into the castle. Okay. Thanks. I must go. Okay, those are locked. Those are all locked. So let's just check this part and be on my way. I'm mostly looking for people to talk to as opposed to things to steal, unless it's information, in which case I can make an exception. Okay, this is locked. Locked as well. There's a book stand though, which is interesting. I do not know you, dwarf, nor do I want to. That was rude. I would like to ask a question. Have you heard any rumors? Rumor has it that there's a band of thieves hiding in the mountains near here. They were meant to be involved in a robbery at the inn. Okay. Farewell. Okay, the book stand is kind of intriguing, but I would have to break in, and I don't really want to do that, nor do I feel like I'm able to. Okay, I've been here. Let's check the graves, because there are a few fresh ones. So they might betray some important information. Freshly filled grave. Owen Moore. Go away, owing more than he could pay. Okay, but the epitaphs are kind of generic still. So I'm not going to be digging up any of those graves. Philip Misk. Ah, that's the father, right? I might be dig that up, because it seems pretty important to my current quest. Let me wait for the night. Hopefully the guards will not be around. Okay, so it's 8. Ah, so it was here. But that still doesn't bring me any closer to actually solving the actual murder of what's his name? The son, the other Misk. What was his name? Well, anyway, regardless, I still don't know who and how killed him. I guess I can dig all the other graves while I'm here. I'm not going to steal actual valuables, I'm just... Okay, I don't care about those. I'm kind of annoyed that I cannot, cannot rebury the graves. So I would very much like to do that. It's, it's only fair, it seems to me, but... oh well. I guess I still need to find the bookshop, right? I mean, not the bookshop, the gift shop in here. Maybe that will shed some light on this situation. What could a dwarf possibly want with me? That was rude. I have a question. What is it? Anything happens hereabout? I hear that the Roseborough Inn is the finest in the land. Okay, that's not particularly helpful. I must depart. So it seems it's just a bunch of sheds and general farmhouse buildings. I cannot help you. That was uncalled for. You have some nerve, just traipsing into people's houses unannounced. Where are your manners? I apologize, madame. I'm new to the area. Might I ask your name? Oh, certainly. I'm Mrs. Morgan. May I ask you some questions? I am in the midst of a small difficulty. I fear I might not have time for you. Please excuse my rude behavior. Goodbye. Perhaps I could be of assistance. She looks over you slowly. You appear quite inexperienced. I am afraid you would be of no use to me, although I do appreciate your concern. Goodbye. Okay, so maybe I should return when I gain more levels, but to be honest, I'm probably not going to remember. Okay, so there's 3 houses left, roughly. Speak, dwarf, or do you not know how? That was rude. I would like to ask you a question. What's the latest rumor? Can you believe it? Someone actually said they glimpsed a lithe wyvern roaming the countryside north of town. What rubbish. Okay, thanks. I must take my leave. This is a blacksmith. What is it, dwarf? Let's barter, just to see if he's anything particularly interesting. Doesn't look like it. To be honest, even though I have found the actual curse of Stennar, this whole affair has not brought me even a step closer to the actual mystery of the other guy's death. But I guess here is the gift shop, so maybe that will tell me something. Oh, bless you, Hargrim Stonehand. I cannot tell you how happy Atkin and I are here. We have to thank you for it. You truly are a great man. Ah, so that's where Lady Druella and Atkin Chambers live. You're welcome. May you have a long life together. Greetings. I cannot thank you enough for restoring my sight. I shall always be in your debt. Okay. Roseborough's gift shop. Okay. So let's talk with them. I do not have time for dwarves. That was rude. I would like to ask a question. What is it? Any gossip lately? Have you met Jason C. Guy? He has been spending a tremendous amount of time studying the Ring of Brodgar. Quite an old fellow. I must depart. Okay, let's talk with this guy. You must be lost. You don't belong here. Shall we barter? It seems I cannot ask him any questions. Apprentice training. What is this place all about? The Ring of Brodgar? Surely you must have heard about the banishment of evil Aronax. Long, long ago, in the Age of Legend, an evil wizard came to power. His name was Aronax. In his twisted reasoning, he believed that elves were of higher order than all of the other races, and he sought to make them his slaves. Aronax accumulated many elven followers, and it appeared he would have succeeded in ruling the races, until the great mage Nasrudin appeared. Nasrudin became the savior of the lesser races, opposing Aronax and his evil tyranny. The great mages of old chose sides, and they and their armies fought an epic battle, right where we are standing now. Many died that day. As the battle neared its end, powerful Nasrudin called upon the powers within him and opened a huge rift into which evil Aronax was cast, banishing him forever from our land. So powerful was the magic of Nasrudin that it took remaining great mages to seal the Great Rift. The Ring of Brodgar is what they created that day, long ago, when the rift was sealed and the land was free from the evil Aronax and his minions. That's quite a tale. Is there anything else I can help you with? Yeah, what can you tell me about Victor Misk? He's been a popular man as of late. An object of value? Okay, so that does not help me at all, to be honest. I was expecting, because sure, I have the actual book, but that brings me no closer to solving his actual murder, which I would also like to do. But I think I've explored everything here. So I will do the other couple of things around town, I guess. Maybe if I read the book, maybe something will become clear, but I don't have time to do it for now, so let me just check the lay of the land. Okay, so here's the wyvern sighting. I will be going there next time, and of course reading the Tseng-Ang Horror Among the Dark Elves, because this is my actual main objective. But for now, I feel like this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save here and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!